We have to stop being soft and allow this soft bullshit to keep on happening and putting this on our men because we need strong men to have a strong country, to have a strong society, for shit to have bro. We need structure in our life, bro. A lot of y'all want to live with a life without rules, bro, and rules is what allow a society to function at its peak. Without those, then we're gonna have a chaos, bro. And we're honestly, we're walking into a ocean that I ain't gonna lie, most people ain't gonna be able to swim out of. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Just and Know podcast, where we make knowledge your most strongest weapon.
What's up, folks? As always, pleasure to have you guys back. Your boy Just over there, your boy Nas over here. Today we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about how the entire world just keeps getting softer and softer and softer. And we're mostly going to be talking about the men here because it sucks to say our men is not doing too good right now.
I don't know if you want to start off or, by the way, I'm going to start off real quick by saying my condolences to the men that we're targeting today.
Yeah.
Not because we're about to do anything. You guys are already
doing it to yourselves.
Dead men. And not with the literal word dead, just the aspect of you walking dead.
Yeah, and before we get into this very needed topic, I want you guys to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, follow us on all the podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music, because all we're trying to do is brighten up your day with some knowledge so that you can go into your life and take control of it and do the things that you need to do to get where you want to be.
Yeah, but side note too, sometimes, honestly, it takes more than kind words. It takes more than a gentle approach. Sometimes you just got to be rough, nasty, straight to the point, blunt, direct. Because, there's different ways people learn. And what's going on nowadays is just so out of hand that I don't really think there's room to brighten up anybody's day. Right now, we're going to ruin your day, make you, really sulk in the sorry, soft lifestyle you're living. And then hopefully you man enough, you find it in you where you summon some growth, you summon some maturity, you take some responsibility, you be accountable for how you're living, and make the necessary adjustments,
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about these soft men. And honestly, it's
KD?
KD is crazy. Yo.
He catching strays today.
Straight strays, bro. But nah, honestly, like this world is really like straying away from what a man's supposed to do, Back in the day before a man used to be like the foundation and the rock for the family, used to be the end all be all. And if he really couldn't have done it, then he would go out and find the solution to the problem. But nowadays, bro, there's some men that don't even know how to fix a tire on a car, bro.
I do wanna talk about something. Unfortunately, as much as I do want to blame the men, and I would like to put a big portion, a majority of the blame on them, I also think the natural dynamic between men and women of, just that feeling of lust, of wanting to be with somebody, it further, intensifies this behavior and exaggerates this behavior. What I mean by that, to get a little bit more specific, is nowadays, because women are so independent, what happens? When they're dealing with a man, they make it clear. One of the first things a woman makes clear nowadays, majority of women, independent and strong women, whatever the hell you think that means, what do? They like to make it known to the man they're dealing with, I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in reality, that might be valid, but we don't really need each other. But we're healthier when we're better to each other, when we're working together, when we're picking up where the other person is slacking, not trying to fight each other and compete with each other. Like, oh, you do this, I could do this better. It should be, oh, you do this, but I could also do something else. I could fill in the gap. So what I'm saying is nowadays that women feel like they got everything handled and they could do everything themselves. Oh, I got a job, so if I need somebody to fix my tire, I pay for AAA subscription. I'll get my tire fixed. Oh, I could just call a plumber. He'll pay for it. So they deny and take away that need and that ability for a man to serve them and provide some, assistance or
Some value.
give them some service. And naturally, as a man, that takes away from your manhood when you feel like, oh, she doesn't want me or need me to do anything to make her life easier or to assist her or to make her, feel my presence. She doesn't want any of that. And that creates that troubling dynamic between the two. And then what happens? Men, they kind of conform to that. It's like, you know what? In order for me to be with a girl, I just got to accept the fact that she's independent. And then a byproduct of that behavior, of that mindset, is now a man is starting to do less things because he's expecting to deal with a woman that's already going to be able to find a solution to these things. So he naturally doesn't pick up, that skill. He naturally doesn't want to learn or, learn how to maneuver around the house, learn how to be of value, how to provide a service, how to be helpful, how to be useful. They just, we're just all the same. We all do the same shit. We live the same way. We got the same expectations of each other. And I don't know, it's just causing the men to give up that nature in them, or to fight it, not give it up, because the nature still exists, but they give up, the ability to live on that nature.
I kind of want to say that convenience kind of makes us all soften away. Especially when you have money. Money alleviates a lot of things, but also if you're never okay, let me put it like this. If you know how to do these things and you have the money to use it to alleviate your time, then that's one thing. But if you have the money to do these things for you and you never learned it yourself, that's bad. Because without the money, because money's not a guaranteed thing. You can lose it tomorrow, all of it. So the fact that men were built for survival, like as in we used to be the ones that used to go out there and fight, and because honestly in history, all we used to do is fight for what we actually wanted in life. So the fact now that men have less testosterone now, the physique of men right now is just terrible. Nobody's keeping up with themselves because we don't have to fight anybody, every other day or whatever it is. I mean, not
Or
that
a
I'm
bear.
yeah, or a bear, or trying to find food or whatever have you. So, because the ones that weren't up to physique like standards couldn't, find food because they couldn't have the endurance to catch food. Not that we're saying that we're condoning in violence, but it's just the fact of the matter that nobody takes pride in themselves anymore, as a man. So that we're getting the softness of just going into our feelings, like, oh, I feel this way today. Um, I don't have to do this, or I feel this way. I don't have to do this. Listen, let me tell you something. Feelings are not fact, and your feelings are going to be trumped by the fact some point in your life. Right now, you might be getting away with feeling a certain way and getting away and being coddled for it, but a fact is going to hit you in the fucking face and tell you that you got to do this, whether you are capable of doing it or you're mentally capable of doing it, or the outcome is going to be what it is. So nowadays, we just got to, as men, put our feelings to the side and just get, what needs to be done. Like, build your toughness, bro. And that starts at the physical level. You got to be in your tip top of shape. And I mean, for somebody that's coming from being in their top shape and letting life's struggles put me back into, and I wouldn't say that I'm a beast, but I would say that I gained a little bit of weight, Still go to the gym, still lift, you feel me? I'm still strong, but I'm not at my peak physical condition. But I'm working towards that. And that's most things that you guys need to understand as men, is that you gotta look at yourself and tell yourself, like, damn, bro, I really look like shit. Let's start working on that. And then once you start working on that, everything else in your life is gonna get improved. But going off our fucking feelings, bro. If you were going off your feelings every damn day, you wouldn't make no damn money.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't feel like working today. I'm not gonna go. Well, you're not gonna get fucking paid.
you know what's crazy? That sounds so stupid. But in reality, whenever you go to any workplace, no matter what work environment, bro, what industry, what type of work, what line of work, what people you're around, everybody in the workplace is always talking. The first thing they say is how bad they don't want to be there, but they still fucking show up.
Facts.
So it's like we all have it in us. We just be choosing when to turn it on and turn it off. And honestly, you're not supposed to turn that off. You got to show up. It don't matter what the case is. You got to show up. You got to fight for your survival. You got to fight for your betterment. You want to move up a step. You have to be able to lock yourself down and tell yourself, even though I'm not happy, even though my feelings tell me this is not the best place for me to be, or this isn't the most, exciting time or period of my day, I'm still got to make the best of it. So basically, if you want to avoid your wife calling a plumber and then ending up getting the pipe laid on her, toughen the fuck up, all right? Because that's what be happening nowadays. Y'all be at work, soft as hell. Your wife got all these problems at home. She called a plumber. Next thing you know, the plumber say, oh, by the way, I could do an oil change too. He do the oil change. And next thing you know, you come home and you find that both of them is having a good time while you was out there making money, being soft. You know what I'm saying? Not the money, making money part that's soft, but you get my point. You come home from work and that's it, you're useless. You provide no value. You're a machine. You go clock in, you clock out, and that's it.
Bring money to the table.
So when she's doing the same thing and she also has a job, she literally could look at you and be like, yo, there's no reason for me to respect this man, to admire this man, to obey this man, to be submissive, to be loyal to him. He's just like me. If a woman see you on the same level as her, my brother, you have a problem.
Facts.
If she could do if her life remains the same without you existing in her life, that is a problem. Her life needs to be easier, simpler, more convenient. So listen, man, just stop being so soft. Stop watching KD talk about his feelings. Nah, I'm just playing. Honestly, KD did say something that I like, and I think a lot of men should implement in their life. He did have a little interview. I think it was with Draymond. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I do remember what he said about how he tries not to be too high and too low, and he tries to stay steady and just in between and just coast through life. I really, really love that. That shit kind of hit home to me because you kind of got to wake up. It don't matter. You're having a good day. You can't falter. You're having a bad day. You can't falter. Just stay steady. Remain the course. Don't let too many swings happen in your life, especially in your mood and your private life. With the work life, that's a little bit, got, I guess, some wiggle room. But when your private life and your own mental stability, mental wellness, relationship with you and the wife, that has to be pretty damn steady. You don't want too much up and down because eventually somebody gonna throw up.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And I'm gonna take a bit about what you said about most people when you go to a workplace that you ask them, how they feel or whatever, and they say, "Oh, I don't want to fucking be here," but they're there anyway, right? And that pertains to men and women say the same thing, right? But it's more so on the men because, bro, life is gonna hold you fucking accountable for everything that you fucking do. It's not gonna coddle you in any way. Women get women get that type of treatment because they're women, right? But men do not get that shit at all. So, I don't even want to go there because I feel like we're gonna get canceled if we do.
Life is unforgiving. It's unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? Especially for men. Like women can make a bunch of mistakes. Honestly, I got a question, really, for the men. It's the married men only. I don't care about the other shit. I'm not talking about no flings. I'm not talking about a girl that you don't really care about. I'm talking about for the men that's had serious relationships or marriages. How many times has your girl fucked up, did something, made a mistake, made both of your lives more difficult, and you've forgiven her? By the way, that's not a problem. I'm just saying. Think about that for a second. And think about now if it was reversed and you were the one making all those mistakes. How many things would have been stripped of from you? How many, dark days would you have seen? Maybe your wife would have left you if you were the one causing all those problems or all those mishaps. Maybe you would have got fired. Maybe you would have been homeless. Maybe something bad would have happened. Life is not as forgiving to men as it is to women. So that by nature, whether you like it or not, it just means that you have to be more responsible, more calculated, more disciplined, more wise and better equipped to not make those mistakes, to not falter, to not slip up. Because once you do, this world will eat you alive.
Nah, that's facts. Definitely will.
But yeah, get us canceled, bro.
Listen, the media, everyone is pushing
He said it, not me.
this soft. I'm just gonna call it this. They're pushing for lighter terms so that we don't get canceled. They're pushing this soft agenda on us, right? For men not to be men, and it's actually working. It's actually working, and it's the crazy part. Um, I see it nowadays. Like, bro, people don't even want to get into fights no more. People can't even settle their differences. People don't want to get into confrontations about what they believe. They're so scared, bro.
Of the
Backlash, and not even just a backlash, bro. Some of them can't even fight, bro.
They're not up for the challenge.
At all. Mentally. Like, they really can't fight mentally. As soon as they see some type of confrontation, some type of resistance, bro, they completely shut the fuck down, bro. And that's crazy. You can't be a person that wants to be successful, that wants to do things in life, and expect to not face resistance, bro. What they say, the easiest things are not in demand, bro. It's always the things that's hardest to obtain. And to go through the hardest climb of your life, you got to face resistance, bro. You're climbing up that mountain, you're facing all that wind pressure coming down. So for you to think that you're not going to get into confrontations into your life and shy away from all of them, bro, you're not going to get nowhere being soft, bro. Now, we're not saying that you got to be this hard, tough, macho man every day that you wake and live up. But
and
it's like,
combative and aggressive.
No, you don't have to be that. But when it does count, you got to be that type of person, because what's going to happen is that everybody's going to walk the fuck all over you, and you're not going to mean nothing. You're not going to have no type of value to your life. You're not going to have any type of meaning to what your presence is. Your presence is going to be non-existent to people if you allow yourself to continue to be soft. Like, I see nowadays, look, bro, and I'm going to keep bringing this on this physical term, bro. Some people can't even lift 20 pounds, bro, as a man without, I'm shaking. Oh, I can't handle this. Oh, like, bro, are you serious? You should be able to at least lift a third of your body weight, bro.
That's what happened to you in the gym the other day. You seen somebody do that?
Listen, there's a lot of people.
It must be that, I know.
But at least they're in the gym. I will say that. At least they're in the gym. There's a lot of you out there that's sitting on the damn couch, because we're sitting on couches right now. But, you feel me? Got the muscle. But most of y'all sitting on the couch, never touched a fucking gym in your life. Y'all need to get in the fucking gym, bro. Y'all is sloppy, nasty. You guys are a fake excuse for what men should be. Because if men are supposed to be the ones that you go to when somebody's like you're counting on them. Yeah. Like, in society, like, a man is supposed to be somebody. If something's happening to somebody, or somebody's, like, even a woman wise, something's happening, you're supposed to protect.
Yeah, there's a physical need of assistance.
Exactly. And you can't be that, because you're gonna look like, oh, what's going on? And then you're gonna look at the next man. If you gotta look at the next man to alleviate a problem, you're not a fucking man, bro. That's crazy. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna walk this earth and look at the next man to alleviate my problems. My problems are my problems. I'll be damned if I let another man take care of my problems, because I'm the one that created it. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it be completely my fault or not even my fault, somebody else's fault, I got to eat that at the end of the day. I got to be accountable for whatever happens in my life. And to let another man alleviate my problems, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I do want to kind of throw a little spin on this too, because, you could, I guess, focusing on the physical part. I want to kind of talk about how we live in a society that encourages a life of no boundaries, no discipline. It's like, how many examples of discipline leading to good things do we need to see to realize that removing discipline and removing boundaries and having, like, red lines in our life where there's no, we can't cross those lines, those are good things. Those lead to positive results. And we're living in a society now, and they're starting with our kids, starting with the younger generation.
Shit's
The
bad,
young
bro.
children, the young adults, where we're encouraging, the West is encouraging a life of no boundaries. Accept anything, embrace everything, welcome anybody, be friends with everybody, be nice to everybody, make sure everybody feels good. Like that's not even that's a utopia that can't even be reached. Like
At all.
no matter how hard they try, they're not gonna create a utopian world where everybody is okay with what's going on and everybody is happy about themselves and everybody is okay with their living conditions. So this idea of creating a utopian world is actually causing more chaos. Is actually causing more destruction because we're trying to fight the things that make sense in order to cater to people who don't got to cater to the people who don't got their heads on right. And it's fucking everything up. And what I mean by that is at the end of the day, you can't there's certain things in life that's just bound to lead you astray, to distract you, to take you away from the important things. And we're living in a society where it's like they trying to make everybody stand for everything. Or honestly, something I like to implement or live by is if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. And right now, nobody
Falling.
really stands for anything.
No.
Like you ask somebody specifically, what do you stand for? Their answer, they probably can't even concoct an answer, come up with an answer, formulate an answer because they don't really know. But if they were to come up with an answer and try to answer your question, like you as an individual, you John Smith, what do you stand for? And today's society, the answer is probably everything or whatever makes somebody happy or like there is no structure. There's no civilized approach to how to live life in a more effective, efficient, productive way. And that's eliminating a lot of, the toughness, the tough skin that those qualities that men used to have that were admirable and respectable. We're not seeing them anymore. They don't exist because we're not taught as men to stand for everything specifically. In general, everybody's taught to stand for everything and not have any boundaries, but it's even more so men because men are usually more, are the ones who usually put up the resistance. So it's like they're the focus of trying to suppress their nature to like speak on something when it's so right now, right? If men and women are equal, right? Right now, think about it this everyday situation. If you were walking past a random block, right? This is a very simple ass analogy. It's gonna make sense to everybody, even if you don't like it. Fuck it. You're walking past a random ass block, bro. You live in a regular neighborhood, walking past a neighbor ass block. You see two men fighting, right? You're just gonna go about your business. Cool.
Yep.
Leave everybody to themselves, right? Leave them be. Now, replay that same scenario. You walk past a block and you see a man, and I don't even want to say straight beating on a woman, but let's just say like just grabbing her like aggressively or something. There's automatically an urge to, to try to alleviate that woman's struggle or to try to assist her or try to speak up for her or do something. You have a natural urge to have a reaction, right? So they're trying to take that away from us. If men and women are all equal, then eventually there's gonna come a point in time, whether you like it or not, if we keep pushing this thing that we're like the same and that we should all live the same and have the same lifestyles and be able to do everything the same and have the same rules and play the same game, there's gonna come a point in time, whether you like it or not, where a majority of the population is gonna be able to walk by that man grabbing a woman's hair or her clothes or dragging her or smacking her aggressively. That same scenario is gonna play out where somebody's not even gonna feel that urge anymore. They're gonna be numb to. They're gonna look at it like that's just the same as a man on a man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mind my own business and keep it pushing. And honestly, we've already gotten to that point. It's just not everywhere. There's still a decent amount of people who will see that and be like, "Oh shit, I gotta do something." You know what I'm saying? I gotta speak up. I have to act. I have to go stop it. I have to go. put the man to sleep real quick, however you want to handle it, but you have an urge to react. There's gonna come a point in time where if we keep pushing this lifestyle of there's no boundaries and accept everything, there's gonna come a point in time where a man, specifically men, are not gonna feel that urge of like, oh, I see a woman in distress or whatever. You know, it's in our nature to feel that, and we're trying to fight that very nature that God put in us, and we're being controlled by other humans. That's the sad part. You know, we're being controlled by. We're fighting the nature that the man upstairs put in us in order to follow orders from the people that are just like us, that bleed just like me.
But you know what the funny part is, bro?
I don't even weigh out, bro.
A lot of people, right, in a society where they're trying to make everybody feel happy and everybody feel okay with whatever it is. The crazy part about it, in realist terms, because you said that this is utopia that we're never going to be able to reach, which is facts. Because there's no way that we're going to alleviate everybody's problems with their feelings and everybody's going to be okay with it. To make someone else happy, you have to have somebody else has to be sad or depressed or whatever you want to call it. Bothered, triggered, whatever it is. You're going to, by you benefiting, somebody has to fucking lose. So the crazy part is like the majority, right? The majority does not want the shit to fucking happen. But we're trying to cater to a small subsection of humanity or a small subsection of people.
I don't even want to call them people.
The small subsection of people. And then you're pushing on everybody else to think it's okay. Like, no, it's not good, bro. It's not how it should be. Like, not saying that, okay, yeah, if you want to live like that, if you want to be soft, you want to be, live like that. But don't push it on everybody else. Don't make it so that, put like this. They're trying to take away men's pride. Like the pride that they actually have as a man.
The ego.
The arrogance, the confidence. And some of y'all don't fucking have it, bro.
Courage.
Some of y'all don't have that shit. Even the way how y'all look. Y'all wake up and just throw anything on and don't care how the fuck you look as a person, bro. Have some fucking pride for yourself. Like, you looking sloppy, that's pride. The way how you talk, that's pride. The way how you carry yourself, that's pride. Some of y'all do not have it, bro, and don't care for it. And then y'all wonder why you can't get no woman. Why you are not taken seriously. Why nobody wants to be around you. Because you don't have no fucking pride. And it's literally that simple. If people had more pride, they wouldn't be as fucking soft. I tell you that right now. Because a man who got fucking pride is going to stand on his shit. Tell you that right now. He's going to stand on whatever that he has pride for. Because the hardest thing to take away from a man is his pride, bro. His ego. And that's what you need for you to not be a fucking soft piece of shit. Literally.
And, and you hit the nail right on the head, honestly, is they're targeting that pride factor that a man has. And it's sad because something I want to bring up is you see all those videos now that, circulating through social media or whatnot, where, a parent will go speak in front of like the school council or whatever in regards to the curriculum or the things that's being taught to their kid, whether it be son, their daughter. I love those videos from the aspect of, one, it sheds light on the current state, and two, those parents are real people that have real pride, that have real boundaries, that they don't want their kid to live a life of do whatever the fuck you want and however you feel, and just accept it. They know that there's a structure in life that's put in place to yield the best possible result for your kid to have the best possible chance at being successful, at being able to fend for himself, at being able to navigate for her or himself. You know what I'm saying? They understand that. Those people understand that. And then you got the rest of the board, the rest of the people that are observing, the rest of the parents that think that these people are the crazy ones, looking at them like, oh, so my daughter doesn't deserve to learn at 8 years old about potentially if she wanted to get a surgery to transition. Like, nah, not at 8. Let them learn that on later down the road. And it shouldn't. And if they do want to learn it, teach them that shit at home. Don't bring it to our school system. That there's no one size fits all. You want to teach your kids something, then teach them that shit at home. It shouldn't have to be forced upon our kids. And honestly, like, listen, the shit is working, bro. That's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you combat this? I really don't know. But the first step is to know that it's present, it's here, it's in your face.
The
It's a
second step
problem,
is to teach that shit at home, bro.
a problem that needs to be dealt with, something that needs to be addressed.
Teach
So,
that shit
you
at
know, I tip
home.
my hat to those parents who really be standing up for that shit. And hopefully they're a good example for other people in other aspects of your life too, not just the school curriculum related, you know, a subject. You should apply that sense of standing for something everywhere you are. If you're in a place, if you're in a situation, an environment around a bunch of people dealing with a certain situation where something that you stand on is being confronted or being rejected, your first thought should not be, oh, I gotta quiet down or else I'm going to suffer A, B, and C consequences. It should be like, yo, I'm willing to die about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to lose my job. I'm willing to lose the respect, whatever that means, of my peers. I'm willing to lose the praise of these weirdos. Like, you need to be able to just, because at the end of the day, let me tell you, this isn't a way of me trying to push out a bunch of, confrontational situations and encourage that. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, for you to go to sleep at night and to wake up the next day and be proud of yourself, going back to pride, you need to be able to take those situations in stride and know that your life don't end there. If you end up losing a job for standing on your business, for having boundaries, if you end up losing a few friends or coworkers or acquaintances, or whatever they are to you, if you end up losing people in your life for just being, true to your uniqueness, your identity, your way of life,
It wasn't meant to be.
then that's okay. You need to embrace that. Not everybody that comes into your life is going to stay there, and not everybody that comes there even deserves a spot. So the fact that you're worried about losing something, losing a job, losing people, you already really, really like don't got your head on straight. And you really got a lot of work to do, because there's gonna come a point in time where all those people, no matter how much you've conformed to them, they're all not gonna be there anyway. That's the crazy part. And that's all that's gonna be left is you and your decisions and the actions you decided to take.
And what I really want to say about this softness, about, you know, getting in towards your feelings and people being all about their feelings and conforming for people's feelings, bro. I have a prediction that this is what's gonna happen about it, right? I have a feeling that since everybody's gonna be so coerced into giving into their feelings, that a lot of people are gonna end up in jail. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, because what happens when what are most people in jail for? Usually assaults, usually murders, right? And most of those murders or assaults happens why? Because of
Instability in the mind.
feelings, no structure, because you were so angry to the point where it drove you to kill somebody, right? But if you were operating off of fact and not feeling, you would understand that if you were to do such thing, it would end up in you being put into prison for all these years. So for a person that has their mind on straight and understands that fact, will never even get to that point of getting to where they're at. But the fact that we're coercing everybody to just stick to your feelings, it's okay. Let's be happy. Do whatever you want to do. And no structure. There's gonna come a point in time where those feelings are gonna of happiness, of false happiness, is gonna turn into some pent up anger, and it's gonna be uncontrollable for a lot of fucking people. And in the future, that looks very, very, very scary, bro. Because the worst thing that you want to do is to have somebody that is emotionally unstable into society, bro. And we're continuously contributing towards more people being emotionally unstable. And we're gonna have a lot of unstable people in this world if we continue to allow people to not stand on what they believe in and let them be how they, if you believe in something, cool, right? Be how you are. But then you're forcing it on everyone else. I don't think that's a good move, honestly. Just bring awareness to it. That's about it. Treat everybody the right way and just let it be.
I wanna, you're talking about your prediction of, I guess a spike in crime, especially violent
Huge
crime,
spike, bro.
based on people's,
Huge
mental
spike.
instability and mental restlessness.
Huge spike.
Honestly, it's already happening. And if you ask me, these are violent crimes, I guess. In my estimation, they are. But how often do we now hear of stories of people, claiming to be the opposite gender, specifically men claiming to be women and going into the women's bathroom and doing some dumb shit, or a women's locker room or a women's space, you know what I'm saying? And doing some nut shit. This is the result of letting everybody embrace their feelings and live on their feelings. If you guys can't, for those who are advocates of let people be and let people live the way they feel and their true identity and what they feel in all that crazy psycho ass, sick ass, I don't even know where that shit is never, there's no science to that shit, bro. That's the crazy part. There's no fucking science that proves it. There's science that disproves all of that, of how, how that's a direct indication of having a mental issue when you start thinking of, but anyway, that's another discussion. But how many times do we need to see or witness or, experience a situation of some nut doing some nut shit because they were living like a fucking weirdo that we're, as a society, exclude me, please, that we're condoning and we're embracing.
Me too.
And we're advocating for. Like, let everybody live however they want. Well, this is the result. If you want everybody, then you should have no problem with this male pretending or claiming or identifying as a woman in order to go into the women's bathroom and do some weird shit. You just have to accept. You advocated for that, is what I'm trying to say. If you advocated for them being able to identify as a woman, then you also advocated for them being able to get away with whatever heinous act that they committed. It's just a 1 + 1 = 2 thing. You know what I'm saying? If you gave somebody the key to their car when they're pissed drunk and allowed them to drive themselves home and they crash, I'm sorry, you participated in them crashing. Because if you had the key and you handed it to them willingly and let them drive off, then yeah, maybe you didn't get them drunk or you didn't drive the car, but you, somewhere along the line, could have prevented it and you didn't. So you know what they say, if you witness something, if I witness somebody doing some nut shit and I don't speak up and I don't react and try to stop it from happening, I am just as guilty. We are guilty by association.
Yep.
Me and you right now. If you was riding and you pulled up and slid on somebody and smoked them, guess what? I'm guilty by association.
Yep.
So for all those people who advocate for that shit, that soft ass, let everybody get away with everything, depends on how they feel, you should feel no, you probably don't. So I don't even want to say should. You probably already don't feel no remorse because you're a fucking weirdo. But you should feel no remorse. You should feel no sadness. There should be no tug of your heart when you hear of some female nut that claimed to be a male or vice versa, some male nut that claimed to be a female and went and, I don't know, raped or hurt a bunch of women or little girls. You should have no problem with that because you advocated for that. Because when you allow certain actions to take place, then you are already accepting the consequences. So you allowed them, you were an advocate and supportive of them identifying as such and such, whatever their heart desired, then you should also be okay with whatever result comes with that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say to end this off, we have to stop being soft and allow this soft bullshit to keep on happening and putting this on our men. Because we need strong men to have a strong country, to have a strong society, for shit to have bro. We need fucking structure in our life, bro. A lot of y'all want to live with a life without rules, bro. And rules is what allow a society to function at its peak. Without those, then we're gonna have a fucking chaos, bro. And we're honestly, we're walking into a ocean that I ain't gonna lie, most people ain't gonna be able to swim out of. You might drown because the way how shit is going right now, it is absolutely fucking insane, bro. People have lost their damn minds, bro.
I do want
And-
to. I do want to
yeah.
add something. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. Law is supposed to provide order and structure, and right now we're literally exploiting that same law that brought order and structure to our society,
To make
and
it
we're
not.
using it to eliminate all order and all structure. Like we don't. If you were to look at the direction the law's been heading, our rules, our laws, our policies, state to state, if you were to look at the last 10-year trend, you can't even tell which direction we're heading. It's going fucking everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
Up,
bro.
down, left, right. Everybody is getting catered to. Everybody is getting fucked. Everybody is getting, the short end of the stick, and everybody's also benefiting. There is no
There's no middle
determined direction. There is no structure to it. It's all over the place. It's chaotic as hell, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, just to say, stop being soft, bro. Have some damn pride in yourself. Don't allow these people to push a stupid ass agenda onto you, man. If you don't believe in that shit, bro, just stay away from it, man. And just be a stronger individual in general, bro. Get your body up, get your weight up, get your physique on there, because you're gonna need it, bro, to deal with this fuckery that's going on today, bro. This has been another episode of the Just to Know podcast, where we make knowledge your strongest weapon. Guys, please try to have a good fucking day.
Thank you. We appreciate you for stopping by. God bless. Peace.
Peace.